husband cheated on me with my sister. I had proof texts, photos, hotel bills. When I confronted them, my mom took their side and told me I was too sensitive. So I took my $20,000 back and then some. They didn't see what was coming until it was too late. I'm Olivia, 33, and I thought my life was pretty okay. Not perfect, but okay. I'm a graphic designer, piecing together freelance gigs from my cluttered home office in our little house outside Seattle. Rain's always tapping the windows, like it's trying to tell me something. I've been married to Ethan for 8 years. He's a marketing specialist, all charm and big promises. We're not the couple posting selfies every weekend, but we've got our rhythm. Or so I thought. Lately, though, something's off and I can't shake it. Am I overthinking this? It's not just Ethan. It's my family, too. Mom, Dad, my older sister Isabella. They're all tangled up in this weird vibe I can't name. We do dinners at my parents' place every couple of weeks, a habit from forever ago. Mom's lasagna, Dad's quiet grunts. Isabella stealing the spotlight? She's 37, a yoga instructor with this glow everyone loves. I've always been fine with that. But lately, I feel like I'm fading into the background. Take last Sunday. We're at Mom and Dad's, the dining room warm with candlelight. I brought a bottle of wine, nothing fancy, just something to share. Isabella shows up late, all flowy scarves and loud laughs, and suddenly it's her stage. She's telling some story about a client at her studio, and Ethan's eating it up, leaning in, grinning like a kid. I catch her hand, brush his arm. Just for a second. It's quick, but it sticks in my head. "Pass the garlic bread, Liv," Ethan says, not even looking at me. I do, but my stomach twists. Am I imagining things? Mom's no help. She's 59, retired from social work, and obsessed with Isabella. "Oh, Bella, you're so inspiring," she says, refilling her plate. I mention a logo I designed for a local bakery, hoping for a nod. "That's nice, dear," Mom mutters, already back to Isabella's story. Dad, 61 and a financial advisor, just sips his water, avoiding eye contact. He's always been like that. Quiet, letting Mom run the show. I try to laugh it off, but it stings. Why do I always feel like the extra in my own family? Here's the thing. I've done a lot for them, not to brag, but I've poured money into Mom and Dad's house. $20,000 over the years, straight from my savings to help with their mortgage when Dad's firm downsized. I didn't mind. It's family, right? They needed me and I showed up. But nobody mentions it. Ever. Meanwhile, Isabella floats through life, teaching her yoga classes, never chipping in. Mom calls her free-spirited. I call it dodging responsibility. Not that I'd say that out loud. Not yet. Ethan's been weird too. He's always on his phone, texting late at night. Work stuff, he says when I ask, flashing that smile I used to love. But he's distracted, like he's somewhere else. Last week I woke up at 2 in the morning and he wasn't in bed. Found him in the living room, hunched over his phone, typing fast. "Couldn't sleep," he mumbled, locking the screen. I nodded, but my heart was racing. Why is he acting so cagey? I didn't push it. Maybe I should have. It's the little things piling up, like at dinner when Isabella teased Ethan about his new haircut, her fingers flicking his collar. "Looking sharp, Wash," she said, winking. He laughed. Too loud, if you ask me. Mom chuckled. "Like it's all so cute, they're like siblings," she told me later, washing dishes. "Don't be so serious, Liv Juno." "Siblings? Really?" I forced a smile. "They're not kids. She's my sister, he's my husband. Shouldn't there be boundaries?" I keep replaying it, wondering if I'm paranoid. Ethan and I have had our rough patches, money stress, the baby we haven't had yet, but I trusted him. Trusted all of them. Still, I can't ignore how Isabella's always around, dropping by our place unannounced, borrowing Ethan's tools or asking for his advice on business stuff. He's happy to help, always saying, "She's family, Liv." Family. I talked to my best friend Mia about it over coffee yesterday. She's 32, an accountant, sharp as hell. We met at our usual spot, a cozy cafe with foggy windows. I told her about the dinner, Isabella's flirting, Ethan's late-night texts. "Liv," she said, stirring her latte, "trust your gut. Something's not adding up. She's the one who'd tell me if I'm being ridiculous." Am I, though? I want to believe it's nothing, that Ethan's just busy, that Isabella's just being her usual loud self. But my gut's screaming otherwise. Driving home, rain smearing the windshield, I feel this ache I can't shake. I've given everything to this family. My time, my money, my heart. I don't ask for much, just a little respect, a little loyalty. But every time I walk into Mom's house, it's like I'm begging for scraps. And Ethan? He's supposed to be my safe place, so why do I feel so alone? I don't know what's going on yet. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I'm just tired, juggling deadlines and family crap. But I'm starting to wonder if the people I love most are hiding something. And if they are, God, I don't even want to think about it. Not yet. I couldn't sleep that night. Rain kept drumming on the roof and my mind wouldn't shut up. Was I crazy? Was it really nothing? I kept seeing her hand on his arm, that wink, his laugh. By morning, I was a mess, but I had to know. I had to. So, I did something I'm not proud of. I waited until he was in the shower, steam curling out from under the bathroom door. His laptop was on the kitchen table, open from last night. My hands shook as I sat down. Just a quick look, I told myself, just to prove I'm wrong. I clicked his email, same password he's used forever. A notification popped up, her name. My sister, my stomach dropped. I opened the thread and there it was, staring me in the face. Missed you last night, she wrote with a heart emoji. He replied, your trouble, you know that, smiley face. I scrolled, my breath catching. Messages going back weeks. A photo, them at some cafe, her head on his shoulder, his arm around her. My sister, my husband, together. I slammed the laptop shut. My chest hurt like I couldn't breathe. This can't be real, right? I stood there staring at the wall, trying to make it make sense. Maybe it's a joke. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but that photo, God, that photo. It wasn't a joke. I grabbed my phone, hands trembling, and checked his texts. Stupid me, I'd never looked before. There she was, near the top. Can't wait for Thursday, she sent 2 days ago. He wrote back, me neither. Liv's got a deadline, so we're good. My deadline. My work. They were using my life to sneak around. I felt sick. I ran to the bathroom, not caring that he was still in there. The shower stopped. Liv, you okay? He called, all casual, like nothing was wrong. I couldn't answer. I just stood there, gripping the sink, my reflection blurry in the mirror. I'm fine, I lied, my voice tight. I had to get out. I grabbed my keys and left before he could see my face. Rain soaked my hoodie as I drove, no idea where I was going. My sister, my husband, how long, how could they? I ended up at the cafe where I meet my best friend. I texted her one word, help. She was there in 20 minutes, her umbrella bobbing in the drizzle. We slid into a booth and I spilled everything. Emails, texts, that damn photo. My voice cracked and I hated it. I trusted them, I kept saying, like it'd change anything. She listened, her eyes narrowing. Liv, this is real, she said, leaning forward. You're cheating. You're not imagining it. Hearing her say it out loud, it was like a punch. I wanted to scream, to cry, to disappear. But I just sat there, coffee going cold, nodding. She grabbed my hand. You need to be smart about this, she said. Don't confront them yet. Get proof. Protect yourself. Protect myself. From what, my own family? But she was right. I couldn't unsee those messages. I couldn't pretend it was nothing. What do? I asked, my voice small. She squeezed my hand. Start with his phone. Save everything. Then we figure out next steps. Next steps. Like this was a project, not my life falling apart. I went home, heart pounding. He was at work, thank God. I opened his laptop again, took screenshots of the emails, sent them to my phone. Then I checked his cloud drive. Idiot never logs out. More photos. Her at his office, him at her studio. A receipt for a necklace dated last month. I'd never seen it, never got it. My throat burned. I saved it all, every scrap, my fingers moving like someone else's. Every click felt like a cut. How could he do this? How could she? I kept digging, hating myself but needing to know. Bank statements, small withdrawals I hadn't noticed, coffee shops, hotels, places we never went together. One charge hit hard, a bed and breakfast 2 hours away when he said he was at a work conference. I remembered that weekend. I'd been up late, designing a client's website, thinking he was pitching strategies in Portland. Instead, he was with her, my sister. I sat on the couch, staring at my phone, the evidence piling up. It wasn't just flirting. It was an affair. A whole secret life. I called my friend again that night, whispering so he wouldn't hear. "I found more," I said, my voice shaking. "It's worse than I thought." She didn't sugarcoat it. "Liv, you've got enough. You don't need to torture yourself." But I did. I needed to know how far it went, how deep they'd lied. "What now?" I asked. She paused, then said, "You decide what you want. Divorce? Confront them? Whatever." Divorce. The word felt huge, heavy. I wasn't ready to say it. Not yet. I hung up, staring at the ceiling. Rain kept falling outside, softer now. I felt empty, like someone had scooped out everything I was. I'd given them everything. My love, my trust, my whole damn heart. And this is what I get? I didn't cry, though I wanted to. Instead, I saved one last screenshot. A text from her, sent yesterday. "Love you too." Love? They were throwing that word around like it meant nothing. Like I meant nothing. I wasn't ready to face them, not yet. But I wasn't going to sit here and break. I'd find out everything. I'd make sure they couldn't lie their way out. Because if they thought I'd stay quiet, they didn't know me at all. I couldn't keep it in anymore. The screenshots, the texts, that necklace receipt, they were burning a hole in my head. I had to say something or I'd lose it. My friend warned me to wait, to plan, but I couldn't. Not after seeing "love you" on his phone, not after knowing it was her, my own sister. So I decided. I spent the day printing everything, emails, texts, that photo of them at the cafe. My hands shook as I stuffed the pages into my purse. He was at work, clueless, texting me about picking up wine for dinner. Wine. Like we were fine. I drove to Mom's early, helped her chop onions for lasagna, my heart pounding. She chatted about my sister's new yoga class, same as always. I nodded, barely hearing her. Could she really not see it? Or was she in on it, too? Dinner started normal enough. 5 of us around the table. Me, him, her, Mom, Dad. Lasagna steaming, candles flickering. I barely touched my plate. My sister was loud as usual, joking about some client who fell during a pose. He laughed, their eyes meeting too long. My stomach twisted. I waited, picking my moment. Then I couldn't hold back. "I need to say something," I said, my voice sharper than I meant. Everyone froze. Mom raised an eyebrow. "What's wrong, dear?" I pulled the papers from my purse, hands trembling, and slapped them on the table. "This!" I spread them out, screenshots, the photo, the receipt, you two, together, behind my back. My voice cracked, but I didn't care. His face went white. Her smirk faltered, just for a second. "Liv, what the hell?" he stammered, pushing his chair back. "It's not what you think." "Not what I think? Really? Love you texts aren't what I think? Hotel receipts aren't what I think?" She leaned back, arms crossed, like this was a game. "God, Liv, you're so dramatic," she said, rolling her eyes. "We're just close. You're blowing this out of proportion." "Close?" My blood boiled. "Close doesn't mean sneaking around," I snapped. "Close doesn't mean lying to my face." I turned to him. 8 years. 8 years, and this is what you do." He opened his mouth, then shut it, looking at her like she didn't. Mom jumped in, voice sharp. "Olivia, stop this. You're embarrassing yourself." "Embarrassing myself?" I turned to her, stunned. "Mom, you see this, right? The proof's right here." I shoved the photo toward her. Them, cozy, smiling. She barely glanced at it. "They're like siblings," she said, waving a hand. "You're tearing this family apart over nothing." "Nothing?" My chest hurt like I'd been slapped. I looked at Dad, begging for backup. He stared at his plate, fork still. "Dad?" I whispered. He mumbled something about staying out of it. Of course. I was shaking now, rage and hurt crashing together. "You're all lying," I said louder than I meant. "You're looking at proofs, texts, photos, receipts, and you're calling me crazy?" My sister laughed, actually laughed. "Liv, chill. You're making a fool of yourself." That laugh, it broke something in me. "A fool?" I shouted. "I'm the fool for trusting you, for loving you all?" I pointed at him. "You cheated," then at her. "And you? My sister, how could you?" Mom stood, slamming her napkin down. "Enough! You're ruining dinner." Ruining dinner? I almost laughed. It was so absurd. "You think I care about dinner?" I said, tears burning my eyes. "You're defending them, my own mother." She softened, but not for me. "They didn't mean anything by it," she said, glancing at my sister. Sensitive. That word cut deeper than the texts. I looked around the table. His guilty eyes, her smug grin, Mom's frown, Dad's silence, my family, and not one of them was on my side. I grabbed the papers, crumpling them in my fist. "You know what? I'm done," I said, voice shaking but steady. "Done begging you to see me. Done pretending this is okay." He reached for my arm. "Liv, let's talk." I yanked away. "Don't touch me." My sister snorted, muttering something about me overreacting. I ignored her. I looked at Mom one last time. "You're choosing her. Again." I stormed out, the door slamming behind me. Rain hit my face as I got to my car. I sat there, gripping the wheel, tears finally spilling. My family, my whole world. They saw the truth, every ugly word, every photo, and they lied. They chose her, him, not me. I screamed just once, letting it out. How could they do this? How could they sit there, eating lasagna, acting like I was the problem? I'd given them everything, my heart, my trust, my money. And this is what I get? I drove off, rain blurring the windshield. My phone buzzed. Him, probably, with some weak excuse. I didn't answer. I didn't need to hear it. I'd seen enough, heard enough. They thought I'd crumble, stay quiet, let it slide. They were wrong. I wasn't going back. Not to that table, not to those lies. They'd made their choice, now I'd make mine. I didn't cry anymore after that night. Something in me hardened, like a switch flipped. They'd lied to my face, laughed at my pain, chosen each other over me. Fine, if they thought I'd slink away, they were dead wrong. I wasn't going to scream or beg. I was done with that. Instead, I'd hit them where it hurt. Not with fists or shouting matches, with cold, hard facts. They'd see who I really was. Could they handle that? I crashed at my friend's place that night, her spare room a quiet lifeline. Over coffee the next morning, I spilled everything, the dinner, the papers, Mom's voice calling me sensitive. She listened, her jaw tight. "They're unbelievable," she said, setting her mug down. "But you're not alone, Liv. Let's make a plan." A plan, the word felt solid, like something I could hold on to. She grinned. "The kind that gets you free and gets you even." We started with the house, my parents' house, the one I'd poured my savings into. $20,000, wired over years to keep their mortgage afloat. I'd kept every receipt, every bank statement. Thank God for my obsessive side. She pulled out her laptop, clicking through my files. "This is leverage," she said, pointing at a transfer from 3 years ago. "You've got a claim here. Legally, that's your money. My money. I'd never thought of it that way. It was always just helping family. But family didn't do this, did they?" She walked me through it. Washington state law, property rights, financial contributions. "You can demand repayment," she said. "Force them to settle or sell." Sell? The idea hit me like a shockwave. Mom loved that house. So did Dad. My sister treated it like her personal lounge. Taking it back would hurt. It wasn't anger driving me. It was clarity. They'd taken enough. Next was him. I couldn't stay married to a liar. I drove to our house that afternoon, my key feeling foreign in my hand. He was at work, thank God. I packed a suitcase, clothes, laptop, my favorite mug. No note. I didn't owe him one. Back at my friend's, I Googled divorce lawyers. Found one with good reviews, a woman who sounded tough but kind. I called, voice shaking but sure. I want out, I told her. Clean break. She asked for details, and I sent her the screenshots, his texts, the receipt, all of it. This'll help, she said. He won't have much to stand on. Good. Days later, I met the lawyer in her office, papers spread out like a map. She drafted divorce papers, quick and brutal. No alimony, no shared assets, just out. I'd keep my freelance income, my savings, my life. He could have his lies. The lawyer served him the papers at his office. I wasn't there, but I imagined his face. Shock, maybe panic. He called me that night, voice all soft. Liv, come on, let's talk. This is crazy. Crazy? I laughed, cold. You did this, I said. You and her. Don't call me again. I hung up, my heart racing but light. He thought I'd cave, like always. Not this time. I blocked his number, then hers. No more excuses, no more lies. Then the letter to Mom and Dad. I mailed it certified, no chance they could dodge it. It laid out everything, $20,000 documented with a demand for repayment within 30 days. I didn't want their house, not really. I wanted them to feel it, to know I wasn't invisible. My friend helped me word it, kept it professional but pointed. This'll wake 'em up, she said. Would it? I wasn't sure, but it felt good to act, to stop swallowing my hurt. Mom called the next day, voice shrill. How could you do this, threatening us, your own parents? I stayed calm, surprising myself. It's my money, I said. I helped when you needed me. Now I need it back. She sputtered, called me ungrateful. You're breaking our hearts, she said. Breaking their hearts? I almost laughed. You broke mine first, I said, and hung up. No tears, just truth. I found a new apartment that week, a tiny studio, all mine. Signed the lease with cash from a big design job I'd landed. The client loved my work, kept me busy. It felt good, building something for myself. I moved in, just a bed and a desk at first, but it was enough, my space, my rules. I didn't need their approval, their dinner table, their lies. I was done begging for a seat. He tried texting from a new number once. Liv, I'm sorry. Can we fix this? Sorry, that word meant nothing now. I deleted it, didn't reply. My sister stayed quiet, probably thought she'd won. Mom and Dad were scrambling, I heard through a cousin. They'd hired a lawyer, tried to fight my claim. Let them try. I sat in my new place that night, rain tapping the window. For the first time in weeks, I felt steady. Not happy, not yet, but strong. They thought I'd break, stay quiet, let them walk over me. Guess again. I wasn't done. Not by a long shot. They'd see what happens when you push someone too far. It's been 12 months since I walked out of that dinner. 12 months since I saw their faces. Her smirk, his guilt, Mom's frown, Dad's silence. I don't miss them. Not anymore. I thought I would forever, but time has a way of smoothing sharp edges. My new apartment feels like home. It's small, but it's mine. Books on shelves, a desk cluttered with sketches, a window that catches the rain. I'm designing for a big brand now, logos and websites that keep my phone buzzing. Work's good, keeps me busy, keeps me grounded. I don't think about them much, but when I do, it's just distance, like they're characters in a story I used to know. He's out of my life for good. The divorce went through 6 months ago, clean and final. He didn't fight it, not with the screenshots I had. Last I heard, he moved to Portland, chasing some new job, alone. Turns out cheating doesn't build much of a future. She's still teaching yoga, but it's not the same. Their thing fell apart fast, from what I hear. Couldn't trust each other, big surprise. I don't gloat about it. I don't need to. Their mess is their own. Mom and Dad settled my claim. Had to. My friend made sure of that. Every receipt, every transfer, airtight. They sold the house, downsized to a condo somewhere north. $20,000 came back to me, wired to my account 3 months ago. I didn't spend it. Not yet. It's sitting there. A reminder I'm worth more than their excuses. Mom sent a card last week, her handwriting shaky. Can we talk? She wrote. I held it, staring at the words. Talk? About what? How they chose her over me? How they called me sensitive while I broke? I set it on my desk, unanswered. Maybe one day. But not now. I see my friend every week, usually at our cafe. She's my anchor, always has been. Yesterday we sat there, splitting a scone, laughing about her latest client. "You're killing it, Liv," she said, her eyes warm. "Told you you'd come out stronger." "Stronger." "Yeah, I guess I am." I smiled, sipping my latte, feeling the truth of it. I'm not just surviving, I'm living. Really living. Who'd have thought I'd get here? I don't hate them anymore. That's the biggest change. Hate's heavy, takes too much energy. I let it go, piece by piece, like dropping stones from a bag. I don't forgive them, though. Not yet. Maybe never. But I don't need to. I don't need their apologies to sleep at night. I don't need their approval to feel whole. That's what they never got. I'm enough on my own. Always was. I started journaling a few months back. Sounds cheesy, but it helps. I write about the little things. Rain on my window, a client's email, the way my coffee tastes in the morning. Sometimes I write about them too, not to dwell, but to understand. I trusted too blindly, gave too much without asking why. I thought family meant forever, no matter what. I was wrong. Family's not just blood. It's who shows up. I've got that now. My friend, my work, myself. That's enough. Think about that dinner sometimes, the way it shattered everything. I used to wish I'd said more, screamed louder, made them feel my pain. But I don't anymore. Walking out was enough. It said everything. They thought I'd come crawling back, play nice, keep their secrets. Instead, I built something better. A life that's mine. Did they expect that? Probably not. I heard through a cousin that Mom's been quiet lately, not herself. Dad's the same, nose in his numbers, avoiding the world. My sister's still posting online, all smiles and sunsets, but it feels hollow. I don't check her stuff anymore. Don't need to. Their world's smaller now, tangled in their choices. Mine's wide open. I'm not perfect. Some days are heavy. Some nights I still wonder why, more than okay. Tonight I'm at my desk, rain soft outside. I open my journal, pen moving slow. I write about today, laughing with my friend, feeling the air I close the journal, lean back. 12 months ago, I thought they'd ruined me. Thought I'd never feel this again. Peace, like I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. But here I am. They didn't win. They didn't break me. I did that myself, piece by piece, choice by choice. I'm not running from them anymore. I'm running toward something better. Myself. I turn off the lamp, the room soft with shadows. Rain keeps falling, steady, like it's washing everything clean. I smile, just a little. I'm free. And God, that feels good. If this hit close to home, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let's talk. I'm here. And I listen.